your thoughts on tonight's game?
Obviously frustrating to lose there in overtime. I think over the piece, we played in kind of waves. Some great play, some moments of madness. A bit of a mixed bag tonight, I'd say, George.
Whitley seemed to be using a three-man triangle tactic tonight, coach.
I know you're full checking. You seen that? I think as the game went on, kind of as soon as that halfway mark came, they were sending two guys high every time, and then running with that, two guys full check throughout the night. So no, it was it's something. It's it's the way that they play, and it's something that's not unfamiliar to us.
A man of the match, Marty Simpson, had an excellent game. Yeah.
Oh, Marty's been last few weeks is sorry we were off last week, but Aberdeen before and the last couple of weeks he's really kind of stepped up and playing to his potential. Marty, what Marty offers, it's a lot of ice time. Defensively, pretty solid, and he adds that upside of being pretty offensive with a good shot. So no, Marty's been I think over the course of the season, pretty much one of our top D-men. And then the last couple of weeks, he's been, I take my hat off to him, he's been absolutely phenomenal.
Your first line seems to be operating as a first-class unit.
They've been obviously rolling again, but I think, it's got to kind of filter down that, our other lines tonight maybe weren't going as much as what we'd hoped. We go to Aberdeen, and I think the scoring is spread kind of throughout all the lines, but tonight a wee bit of a different scenario. We maybe need some of our, kind of third, fourth line going a bit more, I think, to give us a bit more, momentum throughout the game.
Yeah, from up on top in the first period when we saw those two goals going in for Whitley, we thought, oh.
No, I think so. It was kind of, you've seen it, I think it was, we went 2-0 down and then finished the period 2 each. Second period, I think, was at 3 each, and it was goalless in the third. But it kind of opened up a wee bit in the third. You seen that? Last sort of, say probably for about 7 minutes. Open it up, chances both ends, and then 3-3 as what it is. It's pretty open, some chances, and then unfortunately we take a penalty. They guys go 4, we're 3, and they score to finish the job tonight.
Yeah, I noticed your tactic on the 3-on-3. Just a pity that never came off right at the start.
It happens. There's so many. There's high risk reward plays when it comes to 3-3. And I thought for those first couple of minutes or whatever when we were 3-3, we were fine. And then obviously taking a penalty, I actually thought we were doing a relatively good job on that kill as well. To be fair, but they slip it. And obviously stuff it in that weak side. Daniel tries to sprawl across the net, so good finish by them. As I say, just unfortunate for us.
Yeah, the time off between games left us a bit rusty, especially at the start of the game. You think?
Yeah, it was. I think just get caught. It's silly mistakes. We don't track back hard enough, and then we don't stop on pucks, and then. We've got guys walking out for the corner, etc. It's just a multitude of errors that it's not. There's no excuses there. But I think maybe if we play last week as well, we're not maybe making those errors. You've seen early on we were rusty. I think it absolutely showed that we hadn't played last week. So, but just kind of regrouping, knowing that we had to get our house in order, shall we say, and then. We managed to finish the period. I was quite happy with that. We finished at 2 each.
So how many games have we got left now?
What we got now? We've got another 3 league games, and then so I think we've the weekend off again next week, which I'd probably rather not have. And then I'm not sure it's Solway North there or Solway, and then Edinburgh to close the season before we go into the playoff games.
3 games to go. What are your thoughts so far? On how the season's going? We certainly have progressed and ending stronger, I think, at the end of this season.
No, I think overall, George, we've not had a bad season. There's, we can count on the, exactly where the what games were that's cost us league positions, absolutely, and we know the exact reasons why that is. If circumstances maybe had been a wee bit different, we probably wouldn't have been in the position that we're in. But hey, that's what happens. There's things that happen throughout a season. So I've been good. Like you see it here tonight as well. We've only lost one game here at the start of the season in regulation. So we've been very, very good here. Unfortunately, we've lost tonight in overtime against Whitley again. So we've been happy. It's our on the road form's maybe not been as great as what it could be. But like happy as I said at the start of the season, it's always going to take a bit of time to get certain to get guys embedded in, and I think you can see that now. We have a good solid core of guys there. I think that if we can be quite dangerous if we play to our strengths every night and come to work, because that's what we need to do here. That's still our identity. It doesn't matter what players we get in, but our identity here is that we have to come to work every night. We have to come to battle, and we're defensively sound. We have to give ourselves a chance. And I think if we do that, I actually think that we probably there's maybe a couple of teams that maybe don't want to face us come the playoffs. I do think that. But it's up to us, because when we go to the games, it's all bets are off, and it's up to us to perform on the day.
So finishing strong, your thoughts on the cup, say?
I don't know. As I say, it's again, it's we got the 2 playoff games, but it's it's shinny hockey. It's who delivers on the night twice to take it into the finals weekend. So it's everything's up for grabs, and I said there, it doesn't matter who we play, and I know we're starting to see the kind of league positions of potential who it can be, but there might be some developments over the next couple of weeks, and I don't think it matters who we play, because as I say, all bets are off, and we've seen in recent years maybe teams that were thought that they maybe weren't going to get to the playoff weekend did. So listen, I'm hopeful that we get there, but we have to put it out there, George. We have to come to work.
I'll leave it there for now, Coach. Thank you very much for your time. Much appreciated.
Thanks, George.